I am so excited. So Ladybug Glow is coming out with the Floresta Inverno palette. That's so freaking pretty. The artwork. So the artwork is done by Ladybug Glow. You can see it has beautiful writing, and then it has some roses. I'll try to pop in a picture here as well, if that helps. So let's just go ahead and talk a little bit about the palette. So here is what she looks like. Seriously, so pretty. I'm super excited for this palette, and massive thank you to Ladybug Glow for sending this to me in PR. This palette is retailing for $48.99. I do believe it is code eligible, so I do have a code Maddie. Will save you, I believe, 10% off. It is affiliated though. I really do appreciate it. If you do use my code, it is, I get a little kickback and it helps support me. I was not originally going to use one of the purples, but then I did this lip and it's feeling kind of purple, so I feel like we need to, which I'm really excited about. One of the things that I did want to do first is swatch out the shimmers, because most, if not all, I am a little colorblind if you did not know. This one here, I really can't tell if it's marbled or not. I think it is a little bit, but the rest of the shades are marbled, and I did want to wait to show you all before I basically kind of ruin them. It's not necessarily going to ruin, but it does happen. So I'm just going to quickly finger swatch these on my hand. All right, here are our shades. I hope that it is focusing. Something I really like, especially with, is it right here? This shade, you can definitely tell that there are multiple shades within that shade itself, which I do think is kind of fun and interesting. And I really like it. I feel like it just gives it kind of it's like that kind of multi-chromey vibe. At least for myself, these shimmers are stunning and what I absolutely love. Super blingy, and I do like that there are two shades that I think are a bit more, I wouldn't say sheer, but lighter, so you're able to kind of play with them, and if you wanted to put them on top of some of the other colors or whatever to create different kind of vibes, you can definitely do that. Let me go ahead, wipe these off, and let's start playing. Okay, so for our base, I'm going to start off with this kind of, I think it's like a blue teal shade. It's called Mist. And I'm just going to start putting that in our outer corner area. There's something about this color story that I'm just really loving. I think it honestly really just is the kind of purple and blue vibe. It's really pretty. It definitely does feel, honestly, quite unique to my collection, so that makes me excited. And also, we totally forgot to mention, so excited for Ladybug Glow to be back making some different formulas and stuff. They've been gone, I believe, for a little bit, and I'm so stoked for them to be back. They really do create some really interesting stuff, and especially this one, like I said, is really, really pretty. I mean, just look at this packaging. Seriously, so freaking good. I do believe, well, I'm just gonna assume that they are teamed up with Gourmande Girls, kind of, so they are going to be sold on Gourmande Girls website as well as their own site, but they are like through Etsy. And if I did not say, my code, I believe, does work for both. I don't fully know how it's gonna work, but yeah, so you do have that option. Okay, let's go ahead and take Salvia. It's like this really pretty purple shade. And I'm just going to start walking that throughout the crease. Ooh, that's so pretty. For this look, I really kind of want to keep the inner corner free of shadow, or at least like matte shadows. And what I'm planning on doing is just using a fluffy brush just to kind of blend it out and see what magic we're able to create. I love that I feel like you could just pop a black into the waterline and you would be able to take this so smoky so easily. The blending of this is so pretty. This is my first time playing, at least with this palette. Literally, their formula is honestly really good. I have tried a couple of palettes from them in the past, and I really just feel like they have really just amped up what they had, and like, seriously so excited. I kind of want to use 3 shimmers. Is that crazy? Because there's only 4. Let's just do it. Should I use, let's go ahead and use a little bit of a glitter primer just to amp these up. As we saw, they are really pretty, but glitter primers do help a bit. So I'm just going to use the Gourmande Girls. I do actually think at one point Ladybug Glow did have their own, and I did also used to own that. I do feel like it is actually pretty similar to the Gourmande Girls one though, so that is always nice. The first shade that I want to take is it Allium? I hope that's how you say that. Get up with my brush. It does seem to be a little bit on the flakier side, but it is picking up really easily with the brush. And just popping it on. I want to know, you let me know, what makes a shadow flaky? Because for me, I have certain shades that, not like in this palette, but in other brands, where when I put it on, I am just going to go in with my finger a little bit just to see if we can lay this on a little bit better. Creates like flakes like all over the face. And this I don't feel like is doing that. It definitely, like, you can see like a teeny bit. That's laying down gorgeous. And I would definitely say, at least for this shade, I do recommend a finger. I'm gonna go ahead and take this next shade, Floresta. Did I say it wrong? Floresta? I hope I said that correct. Such a pretty shade. It was interesting yesterday when I was trying to film like swatches. I'm trying so hard to get better at like how people are able to like capture the shifts and everything so well. I'm like so jealous of. Under different lighting, it was interesting that I saw a lot of purple. I saw definitely also some of what we're seeing now, which is kind of this more vibrant purple, at least is what I'm seeing, which is similar to salvia. I did pick the shade up as well with the brush, and it does look like it is picking up pretty well. And to be honest, this feels a bit different from something I would normally do. Well, at least I think. And I really like it. I am going to go in with the third shade, but I don't feel like I would mind taking Floresta all the way into the inner corner. I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Floresta, and I just want to see what we're going to get. Something I'm actually really enjoying with these shades is that because, like, I definitely feel like there is that duochrome, multi-chrome kind of vibe with them. We're really, like, I'm not sure what we're gonna get, which is actually kind of exciting. Something as well that I like about shades like this is that it really makes me feel that if I were to change my eyeshadow, that the shades themselves would also morph, which I think is really cool. It makes it feel really flexible. So this one is just looking pretty, again, to me, just like a really pretty shine. I don't know if it's pink, I don't know if it's silver, gray, I don't fully know, but it really complements this, like, wow. Like, I think this looks so freaking pretty. So I went ahead and just evened up the other side so that it would match, but seriously, so pretty. I have been kind of feeling a little, like, not so great with makeup lately. I don't know why. Hopefully some of you can relate to that, where it's, I'm going through like phases where sometimes I feel really amazing and other times I don't. And having this look come out so well really just, like, I don't know, it just adds like a little bit of like joy to my day. Like, I feel so pretty. It's absolutely just chef's kiss. So stunning. One thing you might notice a little different is I actually did go back in with this shade Frosty, and I did just use my finger onto the inner corners. I do just feel like it helps it to pop a bit more. I'm so happy that I do have this palette. Massive thank you again to Ladybug Glow for sending this to me in PR. I really, really do appreciate it, and I cannot wait to create more looks with this stunning beauty. Please let me know what you think down below. Are you going to be picking this palette up? It will be available on Gourmande Girls website as well as Ladybug Glow's Etsy shop, and you can use my code Maddie to save, I believe, 10% off, I think, on both sites if you so choose to. It is affiliated, so massive thank you if you do. Let me know what you think. I will be having another short, I'm sure, if not two, coming up, playing additionally with this palette if you want some more inspiration. I hope you're having a great rest of your day, and I will see you on my next one. Okay, bye.